Simple Sounds here, bringing you another Wi-Fi battle. This time it's against a YouTuber named Robotnikissexy. I finally got my battle with him, and boy, what a battle it was. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at our teams. Mine is the same as it has been. A Choice Scarf Chandelure, a Choice Specs Noivern, Soft Sand Stealth Rocks Tyrantrum, a Support Klefki, Assault Vest Togekiss, and Mega Heracross. On his side, he has... Actually, I know his team, so, I mean, I came into this battle with an advantage, but during battle that doesn't really matter, because it's the player that makes the predictions, right? But yeah. Anyway, looking at his team, he has a Xatu that is his screens and magic bounce, and yeah. He also has Mega Blastoise because Robotnik actually plays by the rules and doesn't use an Uber like Mega Gengar. And then his Gengars, I believe, probably like sub 3 attacks. And then he's got Arcanine, which I believe was Life Orbed. And then he's got Ferrothorn, which is a Rocky Helmet, and then all of his hazards and whatnot. And he's got Scarf Diggersby. So let's go ahead and get onto the battle. Like I said, it's against a Robotnikissexy. He's a really good YouTuber. You should check him out if you already haven't. But anyway, I lead off with my Scarf Chandelure. He leads off with Scarf Diggersby. I outspeed him by 1 point, fun fact. And I just kill him outright with an energy ball. So that's the end of a big threat on turn 1. Next he's got his Ferrothorn, and I know that I can't do anything to it because I am Scarfed, and he knew that too because I outsped. And I tried to go out into Togekiss. He sends out, or he sets up Stealth Rocks, which is not good for me. And I should have predicted the switch out to Arcanine, but I didn't, and I just went Flamethrower anyway. But it got a little bit of damage off on him, and that's pretty good for me, but because this little bit of damage allows me to kill it off with an Air Slash after taking a Flare Blitz, that's where all the defensive EVs came in handy for me. Yeah. That's 2 big threats down in the first 4 turns of the battle. He told me after the battle that those were his 2 main attackers, and yeah. Next he's got out his Gengar, and I switch out into Klefki, knowing that I can take any hit, even taking the Sludge Bomb, because still doesn't get affected by poison, which is a good thing. And yeah, I should have predicted his Xatu switch in, but I forgot that he had one at the time. So I went for Thunder Wave, and it got bounced back and Thunder Waved myself. Yeah. I mean, honestly, Klefki doesn't mind getting paralyzed because it is a prankster and outspeeds anything that doesn't out-prioritize itself. So yeah, I set up my light screen as he goes for U-turn, going out into his Ferrothorn. I believe that's what happened. Yes, that is what happened. Okay. But yeah, my Klefki's in here, paralyzed, at full health, which is good. And I get paralyzed on this. I think I went for a Reflect there, or Spikes, one of the 2. But anyway, he sets up a Leech Seed, and that's not that great for me, so I'm going to have to switch out. And he predicts this, I believe, and goes for another Leech Seed. But I swapped out into Togekiss knowing that he'd go for another Leech Seed, just sacrificing it. Yeah. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that I predicted the Leech Seed. So yeah, I'm looking good right now. He's looking good. He's got a Ferrothorn in. I've got my Noivern in now. And I predicted him to switch out his Ferrothorn, but he didn't. He did not switch out into Blastoise to take a Flamethrower. So either he just didn't care about his his Ferrothorn, or he just wanted it. I don't know. Maybe he predicted me to go for Hurricane, because as you see right now, it doesn't even do half. So yeah, that's not good for me. But I do get that confusion. However, he does not hurt himself in confusion. He just gets up a layer of spikes as I'm leech seeded. And I figured now I might as well switch out and go into my Tyrantrum, I believe is who I choose. Is that indeed what I do? No, I went back out into Klefki. Hopefully get spikes or something up. And yeah. He sets up a leech seed on my switch, predicting that. He's just predicting me. I'm not doing any predictions, or if I am, I'm doing it poorly. Yeah. All these after turn effects and pre-turn effects like Stealth Rock Spikes, Leech Seed, blah 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 blah. And again, I forget about his Xatu and I go for Spikes, hoping that he would stay in, but no, he's a smart man and he goes out into his Pocahontas, the Xatu. Great name, by the way, Robotnik. Yeah. So, so many after turn effects. Yeah, so, I switch out into my Tyrantrum now, because I do have Crunch, and I can hopefully take this Xatu out. As he sets up a light screen, and like I said earlier, it is a screener, so he has light clay on it. And yeah. And he goes for Reflect because he's faster than me, and I do not get to kill this thing because he is faster than me. So yeah, that's almost dead Pocahontas though. That did the clean 60%. That would have killed if he did not have that Reflect up. And he just U-turns out of there and goes into his Ferrothorn. Yeah, and I take like 25% damage from this crunch I'm about to do. Yeah. There's the Iron Barbs damage and the Rocky Helmet damage. So I'm at like 58 health. And he withdraws Ferrothorn into his Blastoise as I set up Stealth Rocks, maybe hoping that they could stick around, but no, they don't, because this Blastoise is going to use Rapid Spin, and I don't go for Stealth Rocks again for some stupid reason. Yeah. So, anyway, like I said, his Blastoise goes for Rapid Spin and takes away my Stealth Rocks while doing 3 damage to me. And I went for Dragon Claw, which does diddly. It does like 10%, if that. But yeah, he finally kills off Tyrantrum with a Water Pulse, and I go into my Mega Heracross, because I do have Bullet Seed on this Heracross, which is actually a really good move because of Rotom Wash and Quagsire and Gastrodon, Swampert, and all those other water types. And we were in Skype chat during this battle, and he told me that this is where he knew that he'd lost with this damage on Blastoise. But at the time, I figured I was still in a losing position. So yeah. Anyway, he took that with like 20% health left. And later on in the battle, I actually forgot that I had done this damage to Blastoise. So, yeah. Anyway, he swapped out Blastoise into his Gengar, who takes absolutely nothing from this Bullet Seed. Like, seriously, the total Bullet Seed damage comes up to, like, maybe 20%? 15%? Yeah. Anyway. That's done, and he kills me off this turn with a Shadow Ball. And yeah, so that's the end of Mega Heracross. And his Gengar's just in here looking good as I bring out my Scarf Chandelure. So yeah. And now I get to go for Shadow Balls. As he swaps out into his Ferrothorn, hoping that he can take 2 Shadow Balls, but not really. Sorry, Robotnik. I actually IV bred this a couple of days ago. I think like a day before our battle. So it has like a 31 HP special attack and speed. Actually it has a 30 speed, but whatever. And yeah, this is where I thought that Blastoise was at higher health, because I forgot that I had done damage to it earlier. And I thought that it could take a Shadow Ball, but no, it was too low to take a Shadow Ball. And then his Gengar's going to come back out and die to a Shadow Ball. Yeah, I just ended up sweeping him with my Chandelure. And yeah. And that's the end of this battle. So, Robotnikissexy, that was a great battle. I'll leave your link in the description for people to find you if they're not subscribed to you. Because if they're not, that'd be weird, because they're subscribed to me, and I'm relatively new with only 10 subscribers, who are probably all subscribed to you, except for a couple of them, maybe. But yeah, if you guys liked that battle, go ahead and leave a like. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, leave them down below. And if you like me and want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. It's all your choice, and until later, peace out.